Okay guys, so I've been battling COVID for the past 5 days, so if I sound a little off during this review, I just want to apologize in advance. And second of all, before we get into the review, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Did You Z That? This man is an awesome YouTube critic that just recently passed 1K subscribers, and has been a huge supporter of my measly little channel ever since I started uploading. You were awesome, my friend, so thank you so much for all your positive feedback and your encouragement with every single upload that I put up. Link to his channel will be in the description below, so go give that man's channel some love, please. That being said, let's talk the bad guys. The Bad Guys. So The Bad Guys is a new animated movie from my good friends over at DreamWorks and is based off a book series of the same name. These guys need no introduction as they brought us awesome films such as Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, and so many more. They're pretty much the alternative to Disney at this point. But this movie centers around a crew of, well, bad guys. They're a bunch of con artists and master thieves that are just looking for their next big score. But while executing a heist, Mr. Wolf, played by Sam Rockwell, all of a sudden has a change of heart after one random act of kindness. And he figures, hey, maybe we don't need to be the bad guys that everyone knows us as. Maybe we can be more. So we end up following the gang as they try to rehabilitate themselves. And the question throughout the movie quickly becomes, can they actually do it? Or are they just going to keep on being, well, the bad guys? Guys, I had a real fun time with this movie. Let's just get that out of the way. You know, I really hate that I got sick, because if I hadn't, I definitely would have gotten this review up a lot sooner. But, you know, in life, shit happens. From what I remember, I just remember having a very fun time when I saw The Bad Guys. I laughed a lot throughout this film. This is probably the funniest movie of 2022 so far. Of the theater experiences I had in April, I think this is probably top 3 at least. Best way I can describe The Bad Guys is, it's a redemption story kinda. You know, you got your group of characters that are obviously not the nicest of people, and they get a chance to turn their lives around by performing good deeds. They each got their own quirks and personalities, and for the most part, I think everybody in this movie is voiced really well. Talk about a cast. I mean, Zazie Beetz, Sam Rockwell, Craig Robinson. I mean, that's just to name a few. Mr. Wolf is the smart, charismatic leader. Mr. Snake is the sneaky, selfish type. Tarantula is the tech-savvy one. Piranha is the loose cannon of the group and is unfortunately the victim of the longest-running fart joke I think I've ever seen in a movie. And of course, Mr. Shark is the master of disguise. Suspend your disbelief on that one. I don't know. I can't remember if I mentioned it already, but this movie is decently animated too. It's nothing groundbreaking in terms of animation, but it's fun and entertaining to look at, and it serves its purpose. I think the animation style also adds to the more comedic moments of the movie, especially when the characters are being exaggerated over-the-top versions of themselves. And for the world this movie is set in, it seems to fit really well. I think what I liked most about this movie is its theme. You know, when it comes to these big budget animated movies, they always have a theme or a message that they need to pass on to the kiddos. And this one is simply that change can be fucking scary, man. That and loyalty and friendship goes a long way. Friendship is magic, the message that keeps on giving. And I think we can all relate when I say that we've all had to make decisions in our lives that are really life-changing, and they can be really scary sometimes. But ultimately, those big life changes often define us as human beings and allow us to become who we were really meant to be. Change is good, and it's okay to embrace it. I found that message just really mature and heartfelt. I do have one nitpick, and that's that the villain twist in this movie is kind of predictable. Won't say who or what it is, but I made it before it even happened. Aside from that, I don't really have any negatives for this movie. It's not the greatest movie that DreamWorks has ever put out, but it's definitely not a horrible film by any stretch of the imagination. If you got a bunch of kids and a Saturday where absolutely nothing is going on, take them to check out The Bad Guys. You won't regret it. One quick thing and then my final thoughts. The finale of this movie is fucking bananas, and I loved every minute of it. In the end, The Bad Guys was a fun and entertaining movie with a lot of laughs and a lot of heart. Nothing groundbreaking, but it's a delightfully animated movie with colorful characters and a great message for the kids. For this one, just simply turn off your brain, kick back, and enjoy. The Bad Guys is a fun matinee, popcorn included. This is my first review after recovering from COVID, so if I didn't sound as good in this review as I did in some of my other ones, I do apologize, guys. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things. Alright, but thank you guys so much for joining me on my review for The Bad Guys. It's been about a week in the making. I finally have a chance to go see The Northman, and that is today, so expect a review on that within the next few days, and a review for, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent coming after that. We did it. We made it through April, so that means you guys get the big announcement for the channel that is coming as well. Keep an eye out for that video too. Believe me, there's a lot of things I want to discuss in that video, especially concerning, the future of this channel and what I want to do with it down the line. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And as always, this is Nathan Triner. I'm saying peace, and I'll see you guys next time for more Fire Forged movie reviews. Peace out, everybody.